Guys, we're out here in the middle of the woods. It is freezing and it's just gonna get colder, so we got to get this heater going. It is the InstaFire Vesta, so we got to put 3 canned heats in here, and then this fan, it's like a thermal fan. It'll start kicking heat because it's now 7 degrees outside and 45 inside, and the temperature's dropping drastically. So let's load this thing up and hopefully warm it up in here. Took about 3 minutes for the fan to kick in, but the thermal fan is now going. There's some kind of plate or whatever in there that heats up and it creates some kind of electrical charge that powers the fan. So that will blow the heat around in here, which will be nice. It's a long wick, so we might get a lot of smoke. Fortunately, I probably should cut that, but oh well. We got a candle for a little extra heat and a little scent, and just kind of to have a relaxing atmosphere here tonight. In the cold, guys, it's going to be really cold tonight, so I'm excited to see how warm. Ooh, it's down to 5 now, so it's like I said, that outside temperature is dropping drastically, so we'll see how cold it gets tonight. And we're currently at 42 inside, so let's see if we can get nice and cozy in here and I can take my coat off. But it's almost dark. Sun's just about gone, and I do have these windows cracked for ventilation. And then, of course, I brought a carbon monoxide detector, guys, so don't worry about me, we're good. And supposedly this thing is 100% safe inside, and I've actually used it once before inside and had no issues. So we got my chair already set up, and I still have some of these like little wood pieces, so I wanted to finish these off, and then I have some fire starter here, so let's have a fire. Oh. For a little fire, I got this thing going pretty big here. This actually puts off a decent amount of heat. Obviously, I don't have it very low, so it's not really warming up my feet, but my upper body, my hands feel really good. But yeah, let's go set up our trail cam here and see if we can see any creatures tonight. Hopefully don't get light on fire here. As you can see, there's a lot of tracks here, probably mainly deer tracks, but there's tracks all up in here going right down this trail. So I figured this was probably a good spot for this trail cam. Oh, let's get this fire going. I want to burn up all this wood. I'm going to throw my little colored thing on there too. Well, the wood I brought with is basically all gone, so no more outside heat source. It is just getting colder and colder, and it's super quiet out here, guys. Like, I can hear every branch break. So we are about to hop inside the Durango, and hope to God it's warm in there because it is getting real cold out here. So we're inside the safe, warm Durango. It is definitely warming up in here. It is 49 Fahrenheit in here and 2 Fahrenheit outside. So like I said, that outside temperature is continuing to drop. I'm about to take my coat off. I have a hoodie under this. So it's definitely more hoodie temperature than it is winter coat temperature. It's only like 5:45 p.m. So I'm sure by like midnight, it's going to probably be like 5 to 10 below zero here. We have 4 more of these 6-hour canned heats. So, you know, we can run 3 for 6 more hours. Then I only have 1 more of the 6-hour. And then they only had 2 of these 2.25 hour burn time ones left. I turned it towards me to get the heat over here a little bit more, even though it's pretty much warming up this whole area, but it blows pretty good. The fan's very, very quiet, so we don't have any weird fan noise or anything. So far, I'm very impressed with this InstaFire Vesta because it's 54 degrees warmer inside than it is on the other side of this glass in that dark, cold forest there. And that's with the windows cracked and no window shades. If I had my window shades on right now, it'd probably be 5 to 10 degrees warmer in here is my guess, just from experience, because that helps keep the cold out and keep the heat inside. I think it's like $130. I'll have a link in the description. And then these canned heats are like, what, $5-ish a piece? So 5, 10, 15. So basically like $15 to run it for 6 hours. You can cook, have heat at the same time while you're cooking. So I think this is definitely a good option for survival situations or just as your main heater, honestly. Our power station's still at 98%. It says 99.9 hours. Basically the max estimate it can show because these lights don't pull much power. It's running these lights and then 2 strips of those colored lights and the lights on this side also. And then I have these, which are separate batteries, so we got it lit up in here really well. I was gonna do a Valentine's theme in this video, guys, like the good old days, but I forgot so much stuff. I was gonna change this to like red and pink with the remote, but I forgot the remote. We do got a red candle. That's kind of Valentine's, right? It's apple pie, so it smells really good in here. I do have a fire extinguisher right here, guys, if something crazy happened. I know we're letting heat out, but I just wanted to look out there quick. See if we can see anything. Oh my gosh, it looks creepy out here. Bro, it looks crazy out here. Let's roll this up before it gets, I do not want it to get stuck. That would suck. Guys, don't roll down your windows when it's cold like this. Look at that. Windows didn't like it, you can tell. But I wanted to look out there once. No more of that tonight. getting a little softer, but still feels fine. I just don't want this to fall through it. I'm trying to like warm them up a little bit because it's fairly warm. Just put my coat on because I cracked those windows a little bit more while we're finishing cooking here, because I just want some of that moisture to be able to escape. Once we're done cooking, I'm going to shut them back down. Whew. Well, I'm going to throw the macaroni in there. It looks like it's close enough to a boil, so I'm not going to wait any longer here. Yeah, it's just about boiling. I know this is not the smartest thing to cook out in the middle of the woods in this situation, but we'll be okay. We'll get through it. At least these got warmed up. They're pretty warm right now just from being on top of that paper. Hopefully I don't slip in the morning on that. That will be icy. Woo. Put 3 brats in there. Should be warm enough. Woo. There we go. Get that going again. Look at that warm macaroni with brats. We did it. Well, guys, I didn't realize I wasn't recording there, so I was talking to a camera that wasn't recording me. So I've already eaten like half of my food. It's still pretty warm, but it was really warm. Perfect temperature. Everything cooked exactly like you make it at home. It just probably took, I want to say, like 30 minutes to boil that water. The window closest to this got quite a bit of moisture, as you can see, but should be fine. Window's still shut. That should be good. It does get a little warm. We got that pointed now. There we go. Well, it is time for a snack. I'm actually pretty full, but I brought these, so I'm going to have one. Like I said, this didn't really turn into a Valentine's video, but at least I got these. This is Valentine cakes. Happy Valentine's Day if it is that time of the year when you're watching this. If it's not, happy Valentine's Day for next year, I guess. But yeah, here they are. Let's try it out. Pretty good. Ooh. Now -2 out and 47 in here, so it is re-warming up because I shut those windows. So actually getting warm. I'm gonna take my coat back off. Feels good in here. Well, it's been just over 5 hours and they're still running here, all 3 of them. So they definitely last about what they say. So once those burn out, I'm gonna take those out, put some fresh ones in, and then we'll get set up for bed. Turn these lights off for a minute. Let's just see if it's relaxing in here, guys. Ooh, that front window looks super frosty. That looks pretty cool. Look at that. Ooh. So you can tell the pad's a little cold, but it should flatten out here pretty soon. Just needs to sit down for a little bit. I brought my 0-degree sleeping bag. So usually I think you want it to be like 20 degrees warmer than what your sleeping bag is rated at, or maybe 10 degrees warmer. But it is below what my sleeping bag is rated at outside. So we got to keep this temperature in here nice and warm tonight. These 6-hour canned heats are still going right now. So what I plan to do here is, after I get my sleeping bag and bed set up, I'm going to probably put them out, because there shouldn't be much left anyways. And then put some brand new ones in it so it stays nice and warm, at least for majority of the time I sleep. Woo, looks comfy. So the back of this heater has this thing you can slide out. It's called a snuffer. Basically, it just puts it out. Hopefully this isn't hot. Doesn't feel hot. We got to be careful here, very careful. I don't want to pull this all the way out. Oh God, we do not want it to tip. So here we're going to try to snuff it. Oh Lord. Yeah, that stinks. I don't know if there's a better way to do that. And it's still going because it's hot, so it's blowing that crap right in my face. So something to think about. Probably don't do it the way I did it. Oh, and the way you're supposed to pull this out is you hook this under here, and then you can pull it out, and you can also push this back in so that you don't actually touch this. Time to put 3 brand new 6-hour ones in. Maybe the last 7 hours, I don't know. I can open them without a tool, but definitely hurts a little bit more, especially when it's really cold and your hands are kind of dry. Let's take these empties out. Put some brand new ones. Yeah, they're almost gone. It may 10 to 15 minutes max. Put these fresh, heavy ones in here. I think I left my other lighter outside. Hopefully this one will light. There we go. There we go. Fan should kick in again pretty soon. I touched on the bottom of this thing when it was really hot, and it didn't feel warm at all. And even the sides of this didn't really feel warm. You just got to be careful touching like these sides up here and stuff. That gets really hot. While I had that off, the temperature dropped in here quite a bit. It's -4 outside now, and it's 44, but the fan already kicked in here, so hopefully that warms it back up. I'm gonna crawl into my 0-degree sleeping bag here. Gotta take this bear mace off. That ain't gonna be comfortable on my hip. Probably don't need my belt on, but just in case I gotta wake up and attack an animal. Don't want my pants coming down. All right, guys, well, I'm in my comfy bed, my 0-degree sleeping bag. My knees are slightly bent, but this is actually a really comfortable setup and super easy to change from sitting up to night mode. I literally just flip a bin up and put my sleeping pad down, throw my sleeping bag on, and got plenty of room to comfortably lay down. So we got 6 hours of heat now. I can already see my breath with the heater running. So I can't imagine once that heater goes out in 6 hours, I'll probably be freezing. I don't know. We'll see what happens, guys. It's all part of the adventure. But yeah, I'm going to get to bed, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Morning, guys. Just had my first sip of coffee. It is 61 Fahrenheit in here and -9 Fahrenheit outside. Now, I had that car running for many hours there so I could get some good sleep. If I would have had more canned heats, I would have just ran canned heats the whole time and not messed with starting the vehicle. Guys, you don't realize how nice it is to be in something warm like this until you're out there for a little bit. It is freezing out there. There's like a little noise right at the beginning. So something moved by and it turned on like too late. I don't know if it was like a little animal or something. We'll eventually catch something, guys. It caught me. It got me there. Then there's something in the middle of the night that went by and it just didn't pick it up well. And then it caught me this morning grabbing it. See, it says it was like 7:30 p.m., so the time's wrong on this, but we'll eventually catch something. All right, guys, I'm about to head out of here. This InstaFire Vesta thing definitely works good. I'd say it's fairly comparable to a Mr. Buddy heater in certain ways. The heat source is maybe a little bit less than a Mr. Buddy heater, but I'd say it's probably better for boiling water and cooking food and stuff like that. Just got to be a little patient. So, yeah, I'm going to take off, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.